What's going on, guys? There is a reason why, let me turn this light up a little bit. There is a reason why you keep continuing to fail your evaluations for your prop firms. There's a reason why you continue to stress yourself out, right? And the reason is very, very simple. It's a few things actually, but they're very, very simple reasons why. The first thing is lack of knowledge, right? The lack of knowledge, the understanding of your system, the understanding of price action, the understanding of proper risk management. That's the basic thing, right? Like you don't really have a clear idea of what strategy you're using. You're strategy hopping. You're taking this entry, taking that entry. That's a main problem. The next one is that this game is very, very boring, right? It's very, very boring. It's hard to stay disciplined. It's hard to stay patient. You always feel like there's something happening, and as soon as the bell rings, we have to be in something, right? So staying patient is one thing. What helps with that is having a community, having a trading partner, having a mentor, having a coach, having friends that you guys can trade with. That's the whole reason why I started Evolution Traders almost 4 years ago now. The main reason why I started it is I opened up the Discord and I used to journal all my trades. It was just like my online diary for my trades. And then, I brought in my cousin to trade with me. And then, I opened it up, to a couple of, some people online. And we kind of just used to sit there and shoot the shit. And over time, I kind of just, started teaching, what have I learned, what not to do, what to do, this, that, and the other. And it's kind of evolved, right? It's definitely been an evolution in itself. So with that being said, not having a community, not having a coach, not understanding your strategy, not understanding proper risk management, feeling like you need to take every single trade that's out there, not staying disciplined. All of these are reasons why. And what it boils down to is I think you understand those things, right? I've probably talked to over the past 4 years hundreds of traders, maybe 200-300 traders personally, one-on-one, whether it be through the coaching calls that I do or just through general chat communication. But everyone kind of has the same sort of problems, the same sort of nicks and knacks, right? And I get it. I mean, I've been there too. This is not an easy business to do, right? You can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money very, very quickly, but you have to really focus in and dial in on what are your mistakes. And that ultimately is going to come from you. Now, I know a lot of people do like being told what to do as far as, hey, just buy here, just sell there. You want that extra blanket, that security blanket. But I'm here to tell you guys that if you do not know what you're doing and able to read the price action and read the room and know when to trade and know how much size to put on for your particular trade, you're doing yourself a disservice. But again, with that's also why I do this coaching thing, right? It's like I find it satisfying to help people try to understand, because in all honesty, I was there, right? I mean, 7-8 years ago, I was in the same spot. I'd make a lot of money and then lose it all and then lose a bunch of money and scratch and crawl my way back. And it's like, finally, you kind of have to, in your trading journey, you have to hit like a rock bottom, right? You got to hit, a low point to where, either you blow up a couple of accounts or just emotionally or mentally, you're done. And all those things that you knew you should be doing, you start taking into account and you start fixing them one by one, right? So whatever your problem is, whether it's discipline, you're not staying focused, you're not, doing your chart work the night before, you have no idea what's going on in the markets, you're just trying to catch whatever everyone else is trading. Your position sizing because you want to make $10,000 a day and you want to make $100,000 a month because, some 20-year-old kid on, Twitter is flashing that, he just bought a Lamborghini cash. It's like, I get it. It all sounds great. It does really sound great. And, the reality is like there is a part of a lot of you guys and myself included where you want to believe that that's true, right? And don't get me wrong, there's definitely traders out there, great traders on social media that make a lot of money doing this, but they've also been at it a long time and they also have big accounts and they also really understand themselves as a person emotionally when it comes to trading, and they also understand their risk, right? So it's like a lot of times it's like you think, well, if I play this NQ trade and I throw on 10, 15 contracts, I could make $10,000, and that's entirely possible. And the moment you get into it, it goes against you 6 points and you never even see the full move and you get auto liquidated from the prop firm. So this is mainly for guys who are trading prop. You have to take the time to slow down. Now, again, how you get funded is your prerogative, right? Whether you want to put allocate X amount of dollars and you want to trade with a little bit of a bigger risk and you want to go after those bigger trades by trading more contracts, just understand you're probably going to blow a lot of those accounts up. But let's say, for example, it's all a numbers game, right? Let's say, for example, you buy 10 of those contracts and you blow up 8 and you get funded on 2 of them. As long as you know what the hell you're doing once you get into the funded stage and you tone your size all the way back down, you're not trying to hit $3,000, $6,000 in a day, and you tone your size down and you practice good risk management and you execute your strategy, I think you'll be in it for the long haul. But a lot of people, they don't do that, and they think that they did it once in the evaluation stage, that they can just go ahead and continue to do that once they get funded, and it never really works out that way. So the moral of this video is that you need to slow down. Okay, you need to slow down. You need to not chase every single trade. And this is all the boring stuff, guys. And like I've been asked before, it's like, how come you don't have more subscribers? Your content's pretty decent, or what you're saying is pretty legit, but how come you're not, how come you don't have 100,000 followers like XYZ person? And it's because I am going to tell you the truth. I'm not here to say that you're going to master trading in 30 days and you're going to get funded and take out $100,000 payout in 30 days. And no one likes to hear that, right? There's like a little piece of you inside that knows, like, it's pretty impossible to do, but you still have like that mystery factor. Like, maybe it is possible I can get funded and make $100,000, right? It sounds cool. But, because I don't say those type of things, and because I try to keep it a little bit more realistic for everyone, because, this business is hard. It's not an easy business to do. It doesn't get a lot of love, right? And I'm actually going to be running a little study on YouTube and social media to kind of see exactly, if people are more inclined to watch my content if I was saying a little bit of a different narrative. And again, I'm going to run it as a test. You guys will all be here to kind of see it, and I'll probably make an update video on it, but I want to kind of see, I'm very, very curious to see who actually wants to learn how to do this business the right way and who's just out here just looking to get lucky, right? I feel like a lot of people are like, man, I'm down on my last, I'm down to my last dollar. I hate my job. I need to make this work. And you're just shooting for the stars, right? You're shooting for the stars. And if you're doing that, you're going to have a very, very tough time. And that's, a reason why I created Evolution Traders and started that mentorship and that community is so, you can get around other traders who are doing it, right? I mean, I've had people that have been trading with me for 2, 3, going on 4 years now, and they don't need me, but they show up every day and they pick their spots and they shoot the shit and they bullshit. And, we can grow together. We can take trades off of each other. We can kind of give ourselves technical analysis, little tidbits. And, it really helps when you have other people trading the same instruments as you to kind of, slap you in the face and let you know that, hey, it's probably not the best idea to take this trade here because of XYZ, right? And you can kind of look on the charts yourself and kind of do your homework. So again, getting off on it, but again, what can you do, right? What can you do to get funded, or how can you stop blowing accounts, right? What you can do to stop blowing accounts is understand your edge completely. Stop feeling the need to pass in one day. Stop over leveraging yourself by taking too many contracts. Once you understand what you're looking for on a day in and day out basis, once you have that level of experience down, you can always scale up. And by scaling up necessarily doesn't even have to mean, putting on more contracts. It just means adding more accounts, right? So if you do really well making $500 or $1,000 a month, can't seem to get over that hump, we'll just do that times 5, right? On 5 accounts. And now we're talking, some decent money that you could be pulling in. So understand these things, really work on them. And once you personally identify what your true mistake is, ask for help, right? If you are hard-headed and you don't want to ask for help and you don't want to get around people who are doing it and you think you can muscle through it all by yourself, then the main thing is this. Once you write down your problems and you identify what you're doing wrong as a trader, actively Prove to yourself that you can be disciplined. Prove to yourself that you can follow your rules. Prove to yourself that you know and understand your strategy, that, you know, you're in a trade that you shouldn't be in. You know, get out of the trade. You know, if you're just taking a high of day break because you feel like it's going higher, get out of the trade, right? Because that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for your particular setup. You're not looking for randomness. You're not looking for momentum to try to jump in, or you were long, but it's pulling back and you think it's going to pull back to the previous candle. We're not doing that stuff, right? Don't do that kind of stuff. So again, identify your problems, write them down, and every day go over those problems and actively fix them. And then once you actively start fixing them, or once you actively start identifying what they at least are, get around other traders who can do this. You know, join a mentorship, join something, right? It doesn't really matter. Just get around other people who are doing it so they can call you out on your bullshit when you're bullshitting me. You know, I mean, I've been in the room now with my traders for a long time, and sometimes I've been in trades and they've let me know that it's like, hey, you're still holding that trade. We've broken through support. And it's like, you know, you got to kind of think about it twice, you know. But again, you know, the main thing is control your risk and you know, in your focus. Make sure you guys are focused too, you know, like make sure you're not fucking staying up all night and, you know, partying hard and, you know, not doing any homework and not looking at any technicals, not back testing and just showing up thinking you can make a bunch of money. Don't do that. This market, this business will eat you up. It'll eat you up and it'll spit you out real quick. And I think a lot of you guys are starting to realize that, right? If you guys have been here for a few years, you know, you've probably made some money in the past and you've kind of lost it and you're kind of figuring out like, holy shit, I really don't know how to trade, right? I really don't know how to trade. You know, it was easy 2-3 years ago, right? It was easy in COVID. It was easy when we were in a raging bull market before that. It was easy, right? Now that you need to know how to trade a little bit more, it takes a little bit more skill, a little bit more finesse. You're kind of wondering like, holy shit, like you're realizing like, I don't know anything. Like I'm having a tough time here. But again, a lot of it, 90% of it is the problems that you're going through. You know, everyone else has experienced those same problems. You're not alone. And also it's something that can be correctable if you actually buckle down and start to correct it. That is what it is, right? You want to lose 40 pounds next year. You want to lose 20 pounds before the end of the year. Well, guess what? Doing the same thing you're doing right now is not going to help you lose 20 pounds, right? And I think I'm going to start using this analogy a lot in a lot of videos. If you want to lose 20 pounds before the end of the year, which is 2 months, that's 10 pounds a month. Is it doable? 100%. But it's not, the weight's not going to cut itself, right? Do you want to be a profitable trader and you want to be a better trader? Great. Well, guess what? You're not just going to make money just because you show up every day. If you're still trading oversized and you're not practicing good risk management and you're not following your edge, you know, if you don't do the stuff that needs to be done, you're going to fail. And just like if you want to lose weight, right? You want to lose 20 pounds, the weight's just not going to fall off because you tell yourself, I really want to lose weight, you know? So think about it that way and have a heart-to-heart with yourself. I'm around, guys. Hit me up. You know, if you guys want to join Evolution Traders, that link's down in the description box below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.